dogs run this shit. Spooky T is dropping it. Always up on the block, and you know that I just wanna come and get a taste of it. 5'2", 80 with shit. Coming up in that room with a clip, emptying like all of it. Dropping them bitches all up in the ditch. Yeah, that's just what I got to do. 3 a.m. I'm doing it, fool. Yeah, I got a Glock and I cock it back, and you know I hit up in the room. I'm a dude that straight riding slow. 5'2", 80, that's where I go. Drop them bombs, and you know I disarm car alarms, and then I go.
Yeah, buddy, back in this bitch, just couldn't ever net. They love the death, loving the shit. He's stuck in that zip, drunk, put in the hit, looking for a buddy to hit. Girl stepping up in this bitch, dropping hoes, hit and run, stop and go. All my ladies dropping low. Another Saturday, got to go, got a show. Mom, blood, animal, baby, OC, can't stop it, you know. Cop jockey, yo, gotta keep it popping, no. Don't stop for hoes, only money goes close, man, ladies with sexy toes. Haters don't stress me so, just like the joke. Pussy beats and flow, gotta keep it tight for show. Gotta ignite the show. Facebook and like me, ho. Y'all was keep it right, no. Always keep it right, no.
KBLP LLC. Check us out on iHeart, Speaker, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, with the best podcasters in the business. Denise Harris, Chris Stevens, Michelle Auger, Ike Diaz, Desiree Pickett, Anissa Nicole, Cecilia Flores, Lolita Diaz. Sponsored by TBs303.com. We are also looking for new podcasters. Inbox any of our podcasters or me, Ike Diaz, directly on Facebook, and someone will get back with you ASAP.
You're listening to The Jam with Ike Dog.
KBLP LLC. Check us out on iHeart, Speaker, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, with the best podcasters in the business. Denise Harris, Chris Stevens, Michelle Auger, Ike Diaz, Desiree Pickett, Anissa Nicole, Cecilia Flores, Lolita Diaz. Sponsored by TBs303.com. We are also looking for new podcasters. Inbox any of our podcasters or me, Ike Diaz, directly on Facebook, and someone will get back with you ASAP. KBLP LLC. Check us out on iHeart, Speaker, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, with the best podcasters in the business. Denise Harris, Chris Stevens, Michelle Auger, Ike Diaz, Desiree Pickett, Anissa Nicole, Cecilia Flores, Lolita Diaz. Sponsored by TBs303.com. We are also looking for new podcasters. Inbox any of our podcasters or me, Ike Diaz, directly on Facebook, and someone will get back with you ASAP.
You're listening to The Jam with Ike Dog.
You're live on the Jam with Ike Diaz on KBLP LLC. It goes down. I got a special guest tonight. It's going to go down. PINEKOHNE Brown. He got his new song out. He's about to put out. What's up, PINEKOHNE Brown?
What's up? I'm on The Jam. Ike Diaz up in the house.
You know how we do it. We do it live. Ike always has the best guests, and you know how it goes down. I always represent. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to do a real quick interview with him, and then we're going to go into his new track. He got a new track that's available on YouTube, and what else is it available on?
It's just on YouTube right now. It's called Slaying Skills, but I'm about to make a new video called Funkin' with the Outhouse, and that's the song that's going to be premiered on this Ike Diaz Jam show here on the podcast joint.
So we got Funkin', and that's coming up as soon as we get done with the real quick interview. So I can't wait to get into the song. So what I want to know here real quick, PINEKOHNE Brown, is I want to know a little bit about your backstory, your history, about how you got into the music business, why you got into the music business, where you're from, the backstory on what you're doing here.
All right, so I'm from Colorado Springs, 719 area. I started music back when, like 1991, 92, when I first heard my friend living on one of the Air Force bases here in nice, pleasant Colorado. Heard him on a cassette tape. You remember the cassette tape there, Ike Turner? Huh? You remember the cassette tape right after the 8-track?
Man, you could find Ike Dog
Before
Mile
the
High
CD.
Bombing on tape,
And
just to let
DVD
everybody know.
and Laserdisc, the big ass fucking 12-inch.
I was gonna buy me a Laserdisc the other day. I found one for $50 and I didn't buy it.
My dad was in the military and he had to basically make the repair manual of the Laserdisc player and shit. That's what they.
That's some maniac stuff right there. That's some cool shit,
Yeah,
man.
dude. So when the Air Force purpose at one time was the sole purpose was to take an item before they brought it out to the public, give it to the military, have them take it apart, put it together, write a book about it, and that's the repair manual to all the electronics today.
And
Thank
use
the military.
And use it.
Thank the Air Force in 1977.
Before it hit the streets. Just like the cell phones and all that, how they buried all the things underwater. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's no satellites. All those wires that we use the cell phones for, 99% of them are underneath the water that the government put under. But that's another story.
Sure is.
So we're into music.
Sure is, pun intended. Ocean.
So were you a military brat? Is that what you're telling me?
Military brat all the way from Okinawa, Japan to Little Rock, Arkansas to Colorado Springs, USAFA, Colorado.
Man, that's cool, man. That's a good story, man. I know all about the military, dude. So I know exactly what you're saying. So name the song that you're going to be playing. We're going to be playing tonight, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us what the concept is about it, where it came from, and your idea to put it together.
So the idea of putting it together is basically funk that's been missing in the music industry, and I want to be one of the ones or first one pioneers to be known coming out of Colorado, Rocky Mountain area. That's legit. That's legit. Talking about real Colorado life and shit. Base your songs around Rocky Mountain history, fuckers, type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's basically some real Rocky shit, man. Like thin air, hard to breathe type funk. And not the mainstream shit we call trap today. Trap is cool. I got a couple trap songs, you know, and people bob their head to it and dance to it and shit. But it's real about real, and what you've really been through if you live in the Colorado Rocky Mountain life. And how to get your ducats up when all else fails. And you got to follow the legal or illegal around both, you know, talk about both.
Yeah, that's a big way to look at it, man. It's an exciting way. It's a big way, and at least you're choosing the right path, go in the music industry and try to not force it, but try to make something out of it. And it's good to hear you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people do take the wrong route and they get that 25 with the Al, and it's not too nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're following what they hear and not what they're really raised off of common sense. And
it's like you bring up the trap music, man. And a lot of people doing the trap music don't even know what the trap game is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Trap house. They never even been to a trap house. They live in Thornton. They live in Northland. You know what I'm saying?
Trap houses in Northland, Thornton area too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I see these young kids that grow up in these rich neighborhoods with these rich families, and they rap about the trap life, and then before they know it, they end up in the prison cell, and they wear lipstick and shit, dog. So you know where I'm coming from on that end?
I don't know where the lipstick part's coming from, but I know where you're coming from.
All right, man.
So the basis of the song is, you know, you're funking with the Outhouse. This is Outhouse Productions from, you know, Colorado Native history, and basically funk lyrics, man. Lyrics that you're missing the metaphors and similes of today. Like, it's so bland and far-fetched that people could hardly feel it, but when you can relate your life to certain things of a certain timeline that happened in certain areas in life, then the music makes more sense to you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and you know, everybody knows I always break records here, right here on KBLP LLC. I've broken so many records out of Colorado. It's amazing. You could just look back at the history, and you could see all the artists and how good they're doing now when I break a record for them. So I'm going to get into my next question. Who are your local? Who are the local people that influenced you out of Colorado?
So we got Kingdom. I don't know if anybody's heard of Kingdom.
I know Kingdom from way back in the
Interstate
days.
Ike is tight. Interstate is
went
tight.
to KS 107, Interstate Ike.
Go get Interstate Ike.
Interstate Ike is a bad boy, man. You know, even though he's in his, had to go through his little thing and everything, he's a bad boy.
I don't even know nothing about that, but you got Springs natives. You got J.O.N. from a Black Day musical group, with Earsick, Rad Keys, and we got Algodon, his fellow brother, older brother, who I went to high school with.
I heard that name before, actually.
Yeah, Algodon. It's in Espanol for cotton. Fool. You pick cotton? My ancestry knows a little bit about cotton.
I can give you some history, man, but I don't want to say it here over the air because there's all kinds of stuff going on.
And my direct experience with it is I Fruit of the Loom.
But you didn't pick no cotton, so don't tell me.
I think every black man in America should have free cotton and cigarettes. Damn it. Crazy. For life. Just show your valid Colorado ID and you get draws and cigarettes.
So give me a couple more of your local influences
That's reparations.
that we could talk about here a little bit.
So I got this Funkin' with the Outhouse is my new video I want to incorporate, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and play it first before it comes out on YouTube on a video. I got one other video called Slaying Skills. I just now decided to come out with my music now because it's a better time now than ever. I'm getting over the hill type lifestyle now and timeline
we talked
in my
about
life.
That, man.
So, being 21 with a few decades experience is starting to go downhill. So it's time for me to come out. What better time than now to come out with music?
One thing I do got to say is there's no expiration date on artists.
You're right. That's what inspired me to come out even better.
There's no, we could do this forever, man. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? You just have to have the passion and the love for it. Yeah. So my next question I want to get into is nationally. Who were your influences nationally?
You got Eminem. You got the list is too big, man. It's like
just give me like a top
Slug
5
from
or
Atmosphere.
6 or 7.
You got KRS-One, Rakim. You got Black Thought from the Roots. You even got Brother Questlove, best drums I've ever heard, other than my homeboy Toby Brett's in peace in 2006. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, he'd be the best drummer alive. But props to Brother Questlove on the drums. Del the Funky Homo Sapien from OAK, Oakland. You got...
It's crazy you bring him up from
and
Oakland, because most of the time, most of the artists you brought up were East Coast influenced, and you bring up Del the Homo Sapien, or say his name again.
Del the Homo Sapien.
Yeah, from the West Coast, it's pretty... From Oakland. I did a song called The City of Smoke, and they have the City of Dope. You know what I'm saying? So I got The City of Smoke. You can check out The City of Smoke right now. Almost hitting 200,000 views on YouTube. Make sure you check that out.
All right, fire you 200,000 views. Now that just inspired me to go to City of Choke, Denver, Colorado, coming out next month. Us, Washington and Oregon. I don't want artists from Washington and Oregon.
So we talked about this a little bit earlier about you being a military brat. You know what I'm saying? But where do you really consider yourself from? You know what I mean? Where do you feel like you were raised, born? What influenced you in your life, besides music, to do everything that you're doing?
I've been raised from Springs to Denver. Most of my life I've been in Colorado Springs, the Air Force Academy. Left there, moved off base at like age 16. I've been on my own since age 17 and a half, jumping out of high school, fresh trade certificate and high school diploma, fresh out of high school. So mostly Colorado Springs and Denver raised me, man. And like I said, I've been back and forth for the past 10 years, and it's all Rocky Mountain here, man. Rocky Mountains raised me, man, from 12,000 above tree line and beyond. Fool. Still ain't never been to Pikes Peak. Trying to get to Pikes Peak, Cave of the Winds, Seven Falls, the incline, the mountain, Two Springs, all of that shit.
Yeah, those are some nice places, some beautiful places.
I've been to Royal Gorge, but there's a whole bunch of places in Colorado I haven't been to yet.
So I'm gonna go with one more question.